So, you want to play Kefla. I want you to say, I want to play Kefla. She's one of my favorite characters. What do I do? So Wizzy said he wishes to play Trunks. You want to play Trunks. Now, Kefla and Trunks is a good pairing. It's not the worst pairing in the world. It's actually pretty solid. It's one of Kefla's better partners. You know, he has Change the Future, which makes Kefla's mix-ups and pressure extremely ambiguous, which is what she benefits the most from stuff being visually hidden from the screen. And he has a beam. No one cannot use a horizontal beam, right? Not to mention Trunks can use Kefla A pretty well. You could probably use Kefla B for some auto combo mix-ups. We're not going to talk about C assist here, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Unless you're really adamant about C assist. They have good DHC, synergy, you know. They can go back and forth. This is a solid partnership right here. Now the question is, what do I want as a third? That's going to be raising the question. Who do I want as a third character? Who do I want? Do you want to enable Trunks more? Do you want to enable Kefla more? Do you want to enable both at the same time, or do you just want someone who can hold their own? Like, for example, I'm not the best Trunks player, but Trunks will really benefit from a high blocks and assist, so he can do his auto combo mix. So, and you know, Kefla works really well with high blocks on. Like she has a 2L low. So, who can we think of who works well with high block stun? Whatever. Kid Buu. Kid Buu has the highest blocks and assists in the game. Now, of course, you can change the order. How you could put Trunks anchor, Kefla mid, Kid Buu point. But that's just an example. Let's say you also got Bardock B. Bardock B can also work. If you want to keep Trunks mid, that's also a valid option. You got Gotenks A, Gotenks B. You got Yamcha A. If you're feeling saucy, you got TNB. You got Roshi B. Good afternoon. You got Base Goku A. You got a lot of options. But hear me out. Let's say you're running Kefla B. I personally don't always recommend Kefla B. I always prefer Kefla A because Kefla A is busted. But let's say you're running Kefla B. All right, you already have the high block stun. Because I know you, Wizzy, you're more of a Trunks guy than a Kefla guy. So we got block stun. So what else do we need? What else would Trunks need, huh? He's pretty good with solo combos. What if we wanted to enable Kefla? You know, you get an assist that can enable both characters at the same time. Kefla works best with defensive assist. So let's give her one of the best defensive assists in the game. Let's give her the barrier. These two, I would keep Trunks anchor, Kefla mid, or point. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Like, this is perfectly fine. Of course, swap the order around. I can't swap orders right now. But this is fine. Like, swap these two around, put Kefla point, barrier mid, Trunks anchor. That's a solid team right there. That's a tournament winning team in my opinion. If you want to play Android 17, Android 17 works too. Android 17 barrier is not as good as 18 barrier because it only blocks one hit. A lot of people don't know that. 17 barrier will only block one hit. 18 blocks more hits. 18 lasts longer the more it gets hit. But this can work. I will put 17 point because 17 is the best battery in the game. 17 point, Kefla mid, Trunks anchor. All right. All ladies, 18 Kefla 21. That team works too. There's actually two people I know who run this team. Both are very talented players. Not necessarily in, you know, that order. Actually, I think they both play in the exact same order. There's Kasuga, one of France's best players, and there's Indra, an up-and-coming star from New York. This team overall is really good. Everyone helps each other out. Kefla, in my opinion, a very strong point. Not one of the best points in the game, but she's a very strong point. She gets an assist that's easy to use with 21A. You can use 21B, but I hear this assist is bad. I don't think it's that bad, but I don't really care. But and then we have the barrier. First of all, these two right here, Kefla plus barrier is one of the most busted shells in the game. The shell is absolutely busted. Do not sleep on the power of this shell. High DHC damage, high mix-ups, good pressure, good neutral. This shell does fucking everything. And everyone helps each other out. This is a good team. And Indra, who actually recently, you are right, he played 18 for a while, but recently has been playing Videl. This team is also really good. You can rock A or B. However, I do not think this is as good of a team as with Android 18. Because Kefla, in the long run, would get more benefit from the barrier than she will from Videl's B or Videl A. However, let's reel it back a little bit. Kefla, as we all know, works best with defensive assists, barriers, and DPs. However, she also makes very good use of fast assists. Videl Rush, Videl's A assist, is pretty quick. It's a lariat, comes out pretty fast. Not the fastest thing out there, but it can get the job done. The reason she likes fast assists is because of her 2-1-4S, her command dash. It allows her to use the 2-1-4S in neutral and for pressure / mix-ups. If you see someone committing to a beam full screen, you can very easily 2-1-4S plus assist for a free punish. That's why it works best when you pair Kefla either with a defensive assist like a barrier or DP, or with something fast. Because if you do the 2-4S too late or what have you, or if you want to feel risky, you can do it during someone's 5S, which is a lot riskier, but it can also get the job done. So when you're building a team with Kefla, you want to think the defensive first. That's why I built my teams the way I did. Let's look at my B team. This is my B team right here. This is my B team right here. And here, I'll put my backup team. I don't know. This is my main team that I'm putting up right now. I'm really getting pumped here. So the difference between these teams. Well, let's start with the similarities. Those similarities first. Kefla, UI, and Goku Blue. Team Gohan, Kefla, Goku Blue. I keep the same utility. I gotta get a DP assist. 2 of the best DP assists in the game have you. I lose a little bit of combos with the main team because UI Goku has a ton of hit stun, allowing me more raise on combos. I can do a bit more funkier stuff. However, the team on the right has way better pressure and way better mix due to the essence that is Team Gohan. His pressure is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good. And he has 50-50s from any hit. UI Goku, on the other hand, is more condition-based with a lot of risk involved. He has the flips, but you can fuzzy jump the flips. He would have to make a guess or a read to bait out the flip with the fuzzy jump with the 2-1-4H or with the invincible lariat. Both of which carry their own risk and won't always work. However, the reason the team on the left even exists right now is because the team on the right struggles with matchups. Don't forget, this is a fighting game. Matchups do matter. A lot of people don't think matchups in this game matter, but they legitimately matter. These two work fine. These two don't have a whole lot of losing matchups. Their only quote-unquote losing matchups would be like Z Broly, because Z Broly does whatever he wants. Kefla does not have that hard of a time with Frieza. Not that hard of a time with Vegito or 21, because those are the most popular people to have bad matchups against: Z Broly, Frieza, and 21. These two have no issues with that, or at least Kefla does it. Goku Blue can have a little bit of trouble, but not nearly but not that much. Teen Gohan, on the other hand, gets smoked. Z Broly smokes him. The reason I dropped Teen Gohan for a while is because one of my training partners, Vermeer, plays Super Saiyan Vegeta Point. And that is a horrible matchup for Teen Gohan. He can't nearly play the Fireball game as well as he can. What up, King Hebrew? So, okay, I can't play Teen Gohan because I'm going to get smoked in that point matchup. So I need to try something else. So I went over to UI Goku and all my issues were fixed. And then now comes the issue with Z Broly. Z Broly is one of Teen Gohan's worst matchups in the game. Teen Gohan has good Ki Blast, but he only shoots 4 of them. Z Broly shoots 6, I believe. And they penetrate every other fireball, every other Ki Blast. So Teen Gohan has almost no way of actually getting inside versus that character because he's going to struggle a lot. So that's what the team on the left is for. UI Goku has a much better time going up against Z Broly than Teen Gohan does. With his 5S, 2S, the beam, the lariat, he's going to get inside a lot easier than Teen Gohan can. So that's why whenever you're going to watch me play later down the line, you will see me with the team on the left when I fight teams with Z Broly, 21, Frieza, people that would give Teen Gohan a hard time. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing the team on the right at all times because everyone becomes enabled. Teen Gohan is not that selfish. He has 50-50s from both assists, easy combos mid-screen, easy combos in the corner. Kefla is enabled more than ever. She has a very solid DP assist that's pretty fast, and she has a full screen assist that allows her to convert from straight neutral hits. When you have someone with good neutral like Kefla, 21, Base Vegeta, it's always good to pick an assist that allows you to convert from those straight hits. Like if I hit a 5S full screen with Kefla, I can call in Goku Blue into EX Lariat and I'm inside, or I can dash up to M depending on how ballsy I'm feeling that day. So that's just a few things that you will want to consider. I see how is my team with Kefla, 21, Super Saiyan Goku. Oh, let's take a quick look. I'm assuming you're running all A. Although realistically speaking, this would be pretty good too. This team is good. Actually, real talk, I actually would run B assist. Not gonna lie. Not gonna hold you. Not gonna hold you. Of course, Kefla can use A assist extremely well. It's a beam. No, you can't not use a beam. Kefla already uses the A assist really well. His beam property, high hit stun, travels pretty fast, good block stun, good visual noise. However, I would actually make the argument that you can also consider swapping Super Saiyan Goku to his B assist. It's extremely high hit stun, 40 frames of block stun, and I believe it's 25 frames to start, making it pretty fast. This allows her to do 2-1-2-1 for S and to assist for punishes. It gives her super jump IED mix, gives her super dash mix. It's all around good. This assist is really slept on. Not many people think about this assist is because he has this. But the DAC synergy is really good. The damage overall is pretty good. The mix-ups on it seems good. The neutral's pretty good. Actually, I think the mix-ups will become a little bit stronger if you pick B assist, but that's for obvious reasons because of high block stun. But overall, this team is not bad. This is a solid team. It's a very solid team. Kefla 21 die, they can play with the beam. Yeah, because everyone can play on with the beam. But I feel like once you get more advanced and start to level up and start thinking things like seeing things from like a different spotlight, I do think you'll get a bit more mileage by using Super Saiyan Goku B. But that's just me. That's just how I see it. Well, what if you do this?
Use a time machine to come back from 20 years in the future.
I don't think this team is as strong as the Super Saiyan Goku team, but this is still a very solid team. Kefla won't have a defensive assist, but she will have changed the future, which cuts off a huge portion of the screen, has an amazing smoke screen. The block stun is trash, but you can make up for it by just timing your block streams a bit differently and using the smoke screen to your effect. Of course, we already talked about this is just solid. You can run AA, that's perfectly fine. I don't know how much Trunks can make use of having the double ball, but it's as you seen, this team is perfectly fine. This team is, I would hesitate to call it a tournament winning team. Actually, I would call it a tournament winning team. So all three of these characters are really good. And because like Kefla is a character, like the better you get, the better she becomes. Assists are to Trunks, but weighted clothes are to Goku. Like the better you become with Kefla, the more you start to understand her pressure, how she works, the better she becomes, because you feel like you can do a whole lot. Like I said, this character on block, she's one of the scariest characters on block in the game, in my honest opinion. Like she has a very basic kit, which is why, like in general, if you're seeing a theme when I'm seeing all these teams, it's like, yeah, that team's not that bad, that team's not that bad, that team's not that bad, because she doesn't need a whole lot to be enabled. And in fact, she's better at enabling other characters because her A assist is super solid. Like there's not much you can talk about it. Her A assist enables everyone. While not every assist will enable her, her A assist can enable everybody. It's one of those situations. Which is why you'll see sometimes a team like this, like Videl or Kibu with Kefla mid, because Kefla in general will support the point character a lot better than the point character will support Kefla. If that makes any sense. So in terms of like building a really good Kefla, let's say we're gonna build a team around Kefla, so Kefla's gonna be point. So we already talked about she likes a defensive assist. Defensive assist along with visual noise. Not the defensive assist as in 45 degrees. Like Goku Blue A, Cell A, or Super Saiyan Vegeta A, or Team Gohan B. Not something like that. Something like a DP or a barrier. So let's go ahead and pick one of the best DPs. Actually, let's go something a bit off the wall. Let's say you really want to play Gogeta.
I am neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm the guy who's gonna stop you.
Actually, no, I'm not going to do that to myself. Let's say you want to pick Cooler. Say you want to pick Cooler. Cooler has a very good DP. It's a solid DP assist. It's huge. Enables Kefla really well. As we know, we see Kaiden use Kefla and Cooler all the time. It's amazing. So ignoring the other character, because Cooler doesn't need a whole lot either. Let's say, what else can we give Kefla? What else can we give her? You can double down and give her another defensive style assist. This is when you can pick a 45 degree, like Goku Blue A, or Super Saiyan Vegeta A. If you want, you could put Cooler mid too. That also works. Janemba A is also a fairly decent defensive assist. Hit A. You can give her a barrier with 18 to move a Cooler to Anchor. Very similar to Kaiden's team, just in a different order. You can give her another DP. Roshi B, one of the best assists in the game, is also a DP style assist. Or you can say, let's add some visual noise, Let's say I don't want to be seen. I don't want them to know what I'm doing. Okay, let's get something with a lot of smoke screen. UI Goku A covers a lot. You can't see her all that well along with the barrier. Trunks A, one of the best smoke screens in the entire game. Z Broly, one of the best smoke screens in the entire game. S Broly B, Nappa A, Team Gohan B, Base Goku and Yamcha A. A lot of people forget that Base Goku has like the invisible block stun, so it doesn't look like anything's happening. So that stuff is pretty useful to have. Vegito 17, Beerus, any 21A, something that can whatever it can cover up Kefla to make whatever you're doing pressure wise become ambiguous. You can't really see it. And then last, let's say I don't want any of that. Let's say I just want the big dick bombos. I just want to kill someone. I want the coolest combos. I want the swaggiest Kefla combos known to man. Okay. So, one of the first things that comes to my mind is Razor combos. It's something that a lot of the top Kefla players don't do because their teams aren't built around it. Besides myself, there's only one Kefla player in the world, well, technically two, who can do Razor combos. There's Nitro with UI Goku B, and there's Jabo, who's pretty much playing my team. Just swap Team Gohan for GT Goku. Also, fun fact, I told Jabo to play that team, by the way. So, fun fact. Like I said, Vermeer has seen me do it. Tony has seen me do it. You guys have seen me do it when I play online or whatever. This character can do a lot of fucking damage, especially once you have the JH5L links down, which aren't that hard to do. Any JH in the corner into whatever assist, like Goku Blue A, Goku Blue B, Bardock A, Bardock B. This is when like things really open up at who you want as the third. You already have the defensive assist. You know, you already have the defensive assist with Cooler. He's the DP. So let's say we wanted to double down on damage. Like even like no, we're going all in on damage. TN. Because she can do JH into TNA into a grounded 236S into Razor. You can do the same thing with base Goku. Go Vegeta A, Roshi B, GT Goku A, Piccolo B. She might be able to do Piccolo A. I don't really know. Vegito A. Yeah, she does a lot of damage with a lot of meter. So keep that in mind. That's one of the reasons why I like Goku Blue A so much. Not only does it give her the full screen presence and converting off of straight and neutral hits, but it also allows me to do a high damage combo with 236S into slide knockdown into Blue A into Razor. Or if I was to pick Goku Blue B, I can instead just do JH into Goku Blue B into grounded 236S into Razor. It does a little bit less damage, but it's easier to do because it involves less hit stun. And she can do that with a lot of assists. So you want to do something that can help her double down on that. Or let's say you wanted a bit more swag. You know, you want to be out there. You want to be like the Wise Zhao. You know, you want to get funky with it. You're going to have to pick a C assist. Unfortunately, more than that, you're going to have to pick a C assist. This is when I would recommend a vertical tracking C assist. GT Goku, Blue Goku, Vegito C are some of the best vertical tracking C assists. Oh, Hit C is also pretty good at vertical tracking. Team Gohan now has really good vertical tracking. Why? Because once you start to become more proficient with the character in terms of combo structure, you can do a high damaging combo with the JH5L links into a grounded 236S solo into Razor, into the vertical tracking C assist, into another Razor, or into an Air Dragon Rush, into the green orbs into DHCs, or just Air Dragon Rush into other supers. This gives you a bit more meter, a little bit more damage. You know what I'm saying? It helps out everybody. Everyone gets a little bit of love. Or let's say you don't want a C assist. Let's say you want to pick a defensive assist like Super Saiyan Vegeta, but you still get the combos. Because Super Saiyan Vegeta and Janemba A are the only two assists that can give you Dragon Rush from maximum scaling. Roshi B might be able to. He needs a bit more testing. But Super Saiyan Vegeta and A and Janemba A are the only two assists right now where you can do a fully skilled combo into a grounded Ray Zone into an Air Dragon Rush for SKD. You can do a full 6Kefla 6H combo, does 3.8k. Let's say you do a full Kefla 6H combo into Blue QB into 236S. Or let's say you do J 236S, you knock him down into Blue A into Ray Zone. You call Super Saiyan Vegeta at the same time you do the Ray Zone. The way Super Saiyan Vegeta assist works is that it will keep them in place as the Ray Zone hits them. Because you know Ray Zone knocks people up. That's what makes it so hard to combo from. But Super Saiyan Vegeta has so much hit stun, it will actually keep them in place as the Ray Zone hits them, allowing Kefla to super jump up in the Air Dragon Rush. You're giving her something akin to a Piccolo combo or a Zamasu combo. And Janemba can do the exact same thing. A grounded raid zone into a Janimba call, into super jump, double jump, Dragon Rush for SKD for a little bit more damage, or DHCs. So that is how you kind of want to go about building a Kefla team. You know, so if I had to throw out some random examples, like what would be like a really good Kefla team, one of the best ones in my opinion would be something like this. Kefla, 18, base Goku, all A assist. This is an incredibly good team. You can also swap out base Goku for the other raid boss himself, Z Broly. You could do something like this. This is also really, you can choose between A or B, doesn't really matter. You could do something like that. You could do something like this. No, she's very flexible. Just keep in mind that in order to play her optimally, you're going to want any sort of DP or barrier. And then the third can either be another assist to optimize Kefla even more, or it can be to optimize the second character a little bit more, or you know, just a little bit of both. Or pick someone like Z Broly or Base Goku, where they're two of the best anchors in the game, and their assists can help everyone in some way, shape, or form. So there's something that you want to keep in mind as you like think about it. Like, I want to play Kefla, but how would I go about it? What would I do? What should I do when I'm thinking about playing Kefla? But that's really it. Like I said, she's not that difficult to build a team around. Just gotta think about what you want, think about what she needs, and then think about what you want. Then always keep in mind the basic stuff, like who do I want to play personally, who's some of my favorite characters. Always go through that stuff first. Once you're past that stage, that's when you're gonna want to think about, like, what does she want, what does she need, and what do I need. I don't like BRC. I'm one of the few people who don't like BRC, because BRC loses everything that makes it good as a DP. It loses its armor, so you can just super dash it. So I don't think BRC is that great. But that would do it in terms of like, what do I want to do? Like I said, like, don't forget to think about the other way around. Like, yes, she can enable everyone, but sometimes it's just not the best. For example, because this is also a YouTube video, so keep that in mind. A pairing like this, Gogeta gives Kefla a lot of shit. These two, in terms of favoring Kefla, is really good, but it sucks the other way around. Kefla gives Gogeta the bare minimum, like the bare minimum of what he needs to function. So that's why this pairing, if you really want to do it, that's fine, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Low key, I was pretty sad about this, but it's the same thing with this. It's the same thing with this. This was a lot better in season 3 before they patched out the base Vegeta DHC bug. This was a lot better, but now it's kind of A doesn't give it a block stun for what she wants to do. Kefla A doesn't give base Vegeta a block stun for what he wants to do, unless you want to play the fake mix game, which is perfectly fine. Fake mix is very viable, and the smoke screen on is decent. It's not the best, but you know, it's decent. But this synergy could be a lot better. It's not what it used to be. Same thing with this. I wanted these two to work really well together, but like, these can work. Like, all the characters that I've just mentioned, that they can work. If you want to play those characters together, you can do it. It's just not the most optimized thing you can possibly do. Like, I wanted these two. Like, I wanted to play this team so bad. I would probably sell point for this team, but I wanted to play this team so bad. But the synergy between these two is just really not that good. She doesn't use his beam all that well, and his B assist is kind of trash, to be honest. You know, like, the synergy of Kefla helping out Cell is okay, But the other way around, it's not really there, to be honest. It's just not there. But I really wanted this team to work. So CSS is perfect attack. Cell and Bluku though, they actually work pretty well together. It's a very unique synergy. Goku Blue has a lot of unique synergies in the game. Like Goku Blue Piccolo, Goku Blue Zamasu, Goku Blue Cell are all very solid shells. That's why Piccolo's team, Hook Gang's God team, low key is is a very powerful team. Like it blends so well together. But that's a topic for a different day. We're talking about Kefla right now. But I think in terms of the video that I was just recording, fun fact, I think that will do it for the video portion. So like, comment, subscribe, and show up to the stream if you would so please. Until then, I'll catch you guys later.